So what do you guys got planned for the rest of the summer? I know you're going to be on the road a while. Where are you going to be heading?
Well, we're doing something out in we're doing the thing. You remember the Woodstock that happened 50 years ago?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, we're playing this huge party. There's a town called South Barrington, and there's this kind of this gated community called Bridlewood, and they're having Bridlewood stock.
Oh.
So we are the band, so it's going to be the 3+ hour marathon thing.
Oh, that's awesome! For a moment,
right?
I was
like hippies,
and we got to dress like hippies. They go, you, Jory, dress like a hippie. You, drummer, dress like a hippie. You, bass player. You, Mario, forget it. Just dress how you always dress. So,
Yeah, I was afraid for a second you were going to say that you were playing that one that they've had trouble finding a place for, and now I guess they're going to hold it down in Maryland, and it's going to be a free concert, but they've got no bands booked now because they had to let everybody go, and nobody wanted to play it. That's quite a fiasco.
Oh, geez.
Not good.
Yeah, that was one of the ones we should have given a the David Bowers Awards to, because that whole thing stunk from the start. I think it's my opinion for what it's worth, but it just struck me as somebody that wanted to capitalize on the name and make some money, and they couldn't even get their act together to hold the thing. So that's it. Yeah. Fortunately, that's not the one you're playing.
This is a great one.
Good. That's good.
We've played this venue before.
So
that's
always fun.
That's always good when they want you back again. You can play somewhere, but it's only good if they want you to come back.
We begged them for years.
Oh, it worked.
Finally, they said we can't stand it anymore.
Quiet.
Okay, don't call us anymore. You can play.
Well, getting back on a semi-serious note, if we're even capable of doing that, as far as since the last time we spoke to you, which was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was less than a year ago, have you discovered anything new in the music business that has kind of set you back a little bit and made you think, wow, maybe this is a direction we should consider, or this is somebody that we should pay attention to?
Well, something blockbuster that really changed.
Is there anything out there that has happened, whether it's a person or an entity of some type, that has changed your way of thinking or your philosophy toward music?
Yeah, there was a sale on scotch, actually, the other couple of weeks ago, and man, I'll tell you. We got the new songs.
So you were read into the Johnny Walker.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mrs. Brown, you got Johnny Walker.
Yeah, he's one of our co-writers. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I just can't get the serious thing down.
Next time you're on the show, you bring the Johnny Walker with you.
Now we're talking.
That's it.
I expect that as an invitation.
Yes. Well,
absolutely.
To answer your question, I think we have been reading a lot. I mean, at least I have, about what's out there in the industry.
And I've been looking at the pictures.
Right.
But when I learn how to read, man, I'm going to read it.
And I think the way we've been going is pretty much the way they advise people that are in indie bands to just kind of use social media, because back in the day, in the 60s, you had news, radio, stuff like that. You didn't have the internet.
Television.
Yeah,
that was social media.
Yeah, and so, but now, we have the internet, but then again, there's a lot of people doing the same thing we are, and I think part of the reason why we get noticed a lot is because our music is very diversified. It doesn't sound like the last song, and we've kind of developed a signature type style that people recognize when they hear it. And I think it's also good to just talk to your fans and see what they think, and do shows so you have that human connection. It's one thing when you're listening with headphones to music, you're not really connected to the artist. You're sort of just listening. Right. And from what I'm hearing now is that downloads are kind of on the out at this moment, and people want CDs and vinyl.
Yeah, there is a movement towards that, going in that direction. But I'm glad you went into your music, because before we run out of time, I want you to talk about your music. Talk about this new track that you've got that we're going to be playing here in just a minute or so.
Okay, sounds great.
That's your cue.
Talk to us.
All right, Mario.
Tell us about the track.
The new track, Afraid of Love. Well, this is about somebody who has been either burned in a previous relationship, or grew up in an environment where there was a bad relationship, and so, well, then they're afraid to put their heart out on the chopping block, basically. Because you know what? Seriously, nothing hurts worse than being, hurt by somebody you love. People that you hate or hate you, they can talk about you all day. It doesn't matter. But when somebody loves you, you love somebody in your heart, that's the ultimate. So This is kind of, it's got a lot of psychological overtones to it, but I don't want to give too much away without having the listener listen to the lyrics.
Or talk to a psychiatrist.
Yes, right.
We're going to do that right now, and we're going to thank you both for coming back. As always, the time goes by entirely too quickly, but we're glad to have you back. You're welcome anytime, and we look forward to the next time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pond Hawks. Here's their brand new release called Afraid of Love.
Such angry red inside your head, you never smile. Emotionless instead without love. Metallic gray, the price you pay for self-exile. In shadow every day without love. The years are mystifying, crying for the heart you're dreaming of.
Yeah, that's the Pond Hawks. Their brand new release, Afraid of Love. We thank you guys for being here with us today. Always a lot of fun talking to Jory and Super Mario. And kind of fun talking to you, John, but I guess our hour is pretty much shot. So I guess it's time for you to take us home, John Bon Jovial.
Yeah, I'm always a fun kind of guy. You know how that is, Dave. Hey, folks, you've done it again. You spent another perfectly good hour with us right here at the David Bowers Awards, and we're grateful for that. The David Bowers Awards is broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in Naples, Florida, and of course from the Valley of the Sun in Tempe, Arizona, and is available for free on Blog Talk Radio, also YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Amazon Alexa devices, and now on TuneIn, the radio app, and Podcoin, the app that actually pays you to listen to podcasts. Be sure to click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page and like The David Bowers on Facebook as well as Twitter. Join us next week if you would. We'd really appreciate it for The David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM. That's 106.3 on the dial, Rochester Free Radio, and on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday 2 p.m., 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. UTC. For more great indie music and talk with the artists that make it happen. So until next week, for The David Bowers, Nick, our wonderfully geeky engineer, and myself, the lovable and affable and legendary John Bon Jovial, we'll see you next week right here on The David Bowers Awards.